Speaking of first S ranks, let's try Glenwold Apocalypse 5. Also, as a side note, is there an Apocalypse 6? Did I miss that in the patch notes? Because I see the question mark down here, and I'm just like, is there one and I've missed the memo? Okay, we got ourselves a power staff. A pistol. What? We've had a pistol every run so far this way. Simonus is rocking a blue pistol, which is blue +1 pistol. Feels not entirely bad. We have a power staff with propagation damage and propagation bounces. Doesn't play into any of the things that can be done with a power staff, but could be matched with something else. Oh, the random negative traits. Now I remember Bear. Oh, I don't look forward to that. We got a minus XP trinket, which is never the most fun. So we got ourselves an axe over here. We have an assassin. That's nice. Versatile and vulnerable. That's a pretty good set of attributes. We have a juggler who is energetic and floppy. Floppy we don't care too much about. Energetic is very nice. Juggler is very nice. And then we have an illusionist who is precise and focused. Precise is basically worthless here, but this is a more defensive. Both of these are more defensive armors, and I feel like, yeah, we didn't get anything good here. This is 3 block. Hold on, I can look at them right next to each other. They are identical. Okay. So we'll put the good armor here. Floppy 3.5. 3.5 inch floppy. I can get down with that. Which one was the floppy one? Simonus. Welcome to the team, 3.5 inch floppy. All right, let's see. Kettle helm is nice. Worn pants, that's fine. Wow, we got all minus movement armor. I'm not super psyched about that. We have a nasal helm. Then this is our worst helm. Our best helm is this one here. I'm gonna store that idea on a zip disk just for you. Curious. I almost called you by your previous handle. Sorry about that. No wait, this is 20 health minus 1 move. What was the other one here? That one's not that much better. And then we have a stingy turtle charm with XP on it. We have an AP trinket. I'm gonna take this off because the first night, 8 action points is too many. Like, why does everyone have 8 action points? Oh, we've got another action point. Wow. So we did get a lot of action points. I will eventually get it. Curious. So far, I think I've been doing all right. Well, okay. Let's wear the action points, because we're trying to answer the question, like, can we even on the first night? And so we need all the help we can get, although I don't think, like, we're gonna be leaving action points on the table. That's the problem that we always have on night 1. So I don't expect this to be any different. And I think I am also going to take Simonius's shield and slap it on Thurlow, because Thurlow is going to be more deep in the weeds. Okay, without further ado, let's see how bad this one goes. Damage right off the bat. You love to hate to see it. Let's see, I'm going to move here. Punch. Punch. Move here. Okay. I don't think that was very good. Because, yeah, see, this is where we get to. I'm like, okay, so I'm losing XP, but I am at 4 action points, and all I can do is brace and move back. Here, I used up all my action points, but it was mostly through punching. And over here... So we have Opportunistic, we have Scorching Wave, we have Stunning Entrance. 5%, again. And I burnt mana on that. Gosh darn it. Okay, you're stunned, so do I... Well, you're stunned, but you're also in the way. So I think I... Yeah, so then I have 3 action points left. Granted, I can Invasion twice before I retreat, but yeah, it doesn't feel like the action economy is necessarily there. This is a safe spot to be. You're fine too, but I think we're not seeing the movement previews on these guys who are going to surround. But yeah, we left 3 action points on the table, which is exactly the number of action points that that we had available in the form of, like, extra bonus actions. Okay, let's start here. I just want to point out that the dodges that we're getting right now are, like, really disheartening. I'm going to try and focus fire on the speed ones, the speed demons, because they feel like they're the ones that can most ruin my life. I guess with the pistol, lining up those grapples is pretty important. And because of the sensor, we can't really do much there. And yeah, we just don't get... Ooh, does Stunning Entrance... Ah, no vision requirement. I should have known that, but... That was very 14 hit points of them. Yeah, I feel like all these action points, all I'm getting out of them is like extra punches. And now we're in the thick of it. 5%. I'm not tilted. We might be able to find some fire throwers. I'm being a little overly conservative with mana on this one, I think. I think that is a factual statement, Curious. This guy... I'm just going to come over here and get these 3, I think. Okay. Before we do that, let's do a shout over there, and then we'll armor up. Okay, that took a staggering amount of actions. Get rid of you. And then if I move back one and just do this, that is... The sensors are just getting so in the way. And I think we only take one hit there. Now, over here... I just can't do much because the sensors. Okay, well... Oh, I was like, what did they hit? They hit this building here. That was the... 3%. Hold on a second. Is your accuracy is -4? Okay, that explains some of it. Stunning entrance not getting kills like that is vicious. Let's see, if I move... Can I get you from here? No. Alright, I think I have to commit to getting this guy. Or I'm not going to. Just didn't get the kill there. Got one action point left. We do that and we hide in the corner. So I'm trying to use up my grapple shots first here. So I think the moral of the story this time was we needed to spend more mana earlier. But between the sensors and how close they are, we just take building damage. So we're not getting the S rank. Oh. Also, the breakpoint on stunning entrance not being enough to get these kills is like truly disheartening. I don't know if we're gonna get A is gonna be its own kind of hard. But let's give it a go. I think with how exposed I'm leaving myself after these turns, just trying to get these attacks in, I have a feeling that this guy is the worst. I have a feeling that I'm just gonna like have a character die. Okay, so we have this guy who's just a huge problem, just getting very in the way. I'm trying to get up to these guys, but I guess I just have to... 5%. 5%. Yeah. I was going to say, it's not going to matter much because even if I get up, I don't get much damage in. Alright, so depending on how much building damage they do, we will take an amount of panic that is sufficient to... Yep, that was the I'm concerned about the damage that I'm taking there thing. Alright, let's see. Because I'm going to need to retreat in a rather timely fashion to get this done, and not lose this character. We may lose them anyways, but I'm going to spend all the mana that I can, because then at least we can see what A tier looks like if we can get it, which I don't think we get A tier here, but I'm willing to try and fail. Yeah, there's no way actually. Now that I look at it, right? With the amount of purple we have down here, we're not getting there. So yeah, I maintain that the action points that we had at our disposal didn't do much good. Like, we had more action points, but we couldn't use them. Yeah. And honestly, like, 7 hit points left on that character. You can't afford to take wounds on this difficulty either. Yeah, I think we're going to max out Panic here. We also are at 0 mana on our caster. And the Power Staff does not do 0 mana very well. We literally, I guess we can punch someone once. And then retreat a bit more. But we're seriously in jeopardy. I'm also noticing that Axe Boomerang leaves a really awkward yeah. Hey Dawn. Yes, really rough night 1. If you haven't been hanging out for a while, the rough night 1 is a function of the fact that we're playing on Apocalypse 5, and the additional movement points are just very effective at ruining things. The baddies just move in so quickly, and there's so little that we can do. The mist sensors also just create a really punishing environment where it is very difficult to get everything dead. And I'm trying to decide, I mean, maybe, you know, it's all about, games like this are all about trying to figure out what what you needed to do differently to succeed, right? That's the question that you should always be asking, is what do I need to do in order to beat this next time? And part of me kind of feels like I have to be more aggressive. I'm just furrowing my brow at the misses. But yeah, it kind of feels like maybe I need to be more aggressive, and I need to be spending mana from like moment zero, basically. Because I was kind of like holding off, and I didn't start using my mana very much until later on in the run. Or later on the night, that is, excuse me. But I don't know. So the starting weapons weren't a good roll, but we haven't had a good roll all night. I think the starting weapon this time that held us back the most is a tie. Like, I generally don't think the power staff is very strong. And I don't remember, Bear, if it was you who was giving me some tips saying that, if I look at the opportunistic on Scorching Wave, there's something to be had there. And I tend to agree. Like, I think I think that Scorching Wave can be very powerful. But yeah, this weapon, a lot of our budget, I think, went to this weapon without a lot of benefit. So, I'm not trying to make excuses. This is supposed to be difficult. But yeah, that weapon wasn't doing it for us. And we have had a pistol as our ranged weapon in every one of these nights. And it's hurt us every single time. Because I think the pistol as a... There are worlds in which the pistol can be strong. I've had runs that I've flat out won thanks to like legendary pistol. But as a singular weapon, its action economy and how much it can do is really bad. Okay, let's just, I want to continue looking and seeing what our upgrade paths look like. If we go that way, on a D tier roll, we end up with 100 gold after we do the upgrades. Now that will get us 2 houses with no upgrades, which is very similar to where we were before, right? So we'll just... That leaves us with 4 gold, which means nothing from the shop. We can bolster that by picking up one of these, which gets us to 32. And then we would have to mortgage the farm, likely for the... This is a case where I'd probably take the Adept's Tome, I think. And the wooden short bow, but there's no way we make the money to get the Mithril Great Axe. Like, let's look at what we could sell. We can sell the Nasal Helm. The worn pants are not worth keeping. The worn cloth armor can go. The helmet can go. The stingy turtle charm, I think that's worth hanging on to. The kettle helm is worth hanging on to. We want to hang on to those. We could let the pants go. The accuracy was only hurting us. I think minus accuracy items, I might want to just take off during night 1. So let's game that out a little bit, Bear. So I have 6 workers and I have enough to pick up a gold mine. Now, we're not continuing this run, so I don't mind it. But at the moment, this gold mine is producing 10 gold next turn, right? That's pretty rough. That's not giving us a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I think it takes too much of an investment. Like, my perspective is a gold mine needs basically 80 gold worth of upgrades to really start producing in a way that kind of like moves the needle. And I just don't think you have that on night 1. And I also think, and this is my general thought and philosophy on things, is that the monetary density of the map is highest in the ruins, right? These ruins where you're getting almost 80 gold for tearing them down is very money dense. You also get materials out of it, and all it costs you is workers, which you need to run everything else. So I feel like getting to that 8 worker threshold and having in your first 2 nights you basically clear cut all of the ruins, I think is pretty important. Let's see if we got anything awesome here. Just because for funds. No, not really anything there. Yeah, a whole lot of nothing there. Nothing's all around. All right. So yeah, so this was another definite fail. We're going to try one more. Okay, so let's assume that you have one more worker, pay 48, sell everything, work the mine, buy stuff back, it brings 25 overnight. It is probably more gold than salvaging ruins. Hold on, so let's think about that. So let's assume I have one worker right now, right? So pay the 48 gold. So you're saying pay the 48 gold to upgrade it. So do we have one less worker then? Yeah. Well, let's try it at the end of our next time, right? Let's abandon this one. We're going to do one more run, and let's try and build it the way that you're describing and see.